I'm Scuff, aka Steel, and I'm going to be doing Prey 2017 90%. And just before I get started, I want to let you guys know that there's no spoilers in this run, so if you haven't played through Prey 90%, or if you haven't played through Prey 2017, I'm not going to be talking about anything in the story, and there's not really any story spoilers, or not major ones, so, if you're planning to play through the game, you can watch this run without having to worry about spoilers. So I'll start in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so Prey 2017 is a very, very buggy game, as you'll see. So I used a chair to clip out of bounds in my room, and now I'm doing speed slides. And speed slides are basically, you are parallel with a ledge, and then you slide off of it on high FPS, and it'll launch you. And the chair thing is only used that one time, and it would take a while to explain, so I don't have very long. This run's very short. So I'm gonna head into the Talos lobby, which is an area with a really big elevator. That's where I'm heading right now. And this is an area we're gonna be in a few times. And this elevator is supposed to be unlocked like later in the game. And because of that, we sort of need to... Our goal is at the top of the elevator. But to get there, we need to go to the bottom of the elevator, which we're gonna do right now by doing this funny clip. The game really likes that for some reason. It just, if you jump in that right spot, it just says, hey, we'll let you out. And then we can go here. Right in this spot, you can put down glue and get a funny climb animation that puts you through walls, which is something we'll be using quite a few times. The glue gun puts down collidable things, and if you could imagine that would cause some issues. So there are a few different places that we exploit this to put ourselves out of the map. And now we're just going sort of the long way around the ship because there's no other accessible way to get to where we're going. And where we're going is at the very top of the ship. There's like this geodome kind of thing with a bunch of plants in it, and it's sort of a later area in the game. Not really. It's like, but a lot of the big story stuff happens there, so we want to go there just to get put ourselves into the story, because right now we're not doing any story missions. We're just kind of go there and sequence break ourselves into the mission line at the very end, and then just do the last few story missions. So right now we're in the Guts, which is a tunnel system that goes all the way around the ship. So since we were just at the very bottom at life support and cargo bay, we're just going to ride the Guts, and we're going to go all the way to the top to the Arboretum. And then our goal in the Arboretum is to pick up an item out of bounds, which is a crafting recipe that we will, as soon as we pick it up, the game's like, oh, you're at the last mission in the game, and then we complete the last mission in the game and the game's over. So it's like not very hard to convince this game to let you beat it pretty quickly. But yeah, for now we're just on this little conveyor belt, and then we'll be in the Arboretum. We'll do some out of bounds, and we'll get going with that. And there's some more complex tricks that happen right after this point in the run, so it gets a little bit more intense. So in the Arboretum, there's sort of a few sections of the out of bounds, and the first thing we want to do is 180 and get on top of the door we just came through. And then this little platform that's here for no reason, we can slide off of it and get put back in bounds. Grab a pistol just for some utility purposes, and then go to bounds again. That one's just like, they didn't even try to stop you from going out of bounds there. I don't even know. And then there, we grab that crafting recipe that we needed. And then we're going to go back to the Talos lobby, but this time we're at the top of the elevator. So we're going to take our crafting recipe there and craft it, I guess. So the first thing we do is go to bounds because it's Prey. What else would you do in Prey? Oh, that didn't work. That's kind of surprising, honestly. There we go. So we're at the top of the elevator, and we don't want to be at the top of the elevator, but we have to kill a giant boss to get down the elevator. So I guess that's not an option, because we just don't even have a gun yet. Oh, whoops. That's an oopsie on my part. So we're gonna use a mantle to cancel fall damage here, 2 times, but then we need to just tank this fall damage. And then there's a general access key right here. Where is it? Oh, give me it. There we go. Okay. And we also grabbed some recycler charges, which we're gonna recycle to get crafting materials to craft that recipe that we grabbed earlier. Same with these neuromods. So neuromods and recycler charges, recycle, and then we're gonna pick up all this material, bring it over to the crafter, craft our transmitter, and then we can skateboard fakey walk over to where we're gonna take this thing. Sometimes that railing just doesn't give you fall damage, but today it didn't feel like being nice. Oh, okay, give me a second. Okay, there we go, we got it. And then right here we're going to be doing a wrong warp into Psychotronics, which is a really, I don't know, not consistent trick. And it's just, it happens when you mash in the menu. Okay, we got it first try, nice. So it's not a very consistent trick, but it puts you at the wrong end of Psychotronics, which saves like 30 seconds. But if you remember, the guts, the really long elevator section, or the, what is it called, conveyor belt section, we can skip going through that entire thing again. Because right now we're at like the middle of the ship, but we want to be at the top of the ship to be at Arboretum. So, because we want to end the game at Arboretum. So instead of having to go into the guts and climb all the way to the top again on that conveyor belt thing, as soon as we're done this, we go into Arboretum, and because we did the wrong warp in here, it just lets us wrong warp out, which is like super nice because we just don't have to go through the guts again. So we're gonna head here, and it says go to guts, but like all we're gonna do is load into the guts, and then it just spawns us at the door to Arboretum. So we spawn in, do a 180, hit the door to Arboretum, and boom, we're here. And all we have to do is make a mad dash to the end of the game at this point. So basically, we're going to do the same out of bounds that we did, or at least the same route to get out of bounds. We're going to go right here, get up here, and then shoot this. But then, oh boy, I almost fell off. This time, we'll go this way, and get on top of this, and we'll set up some glue in a diagonal line, and then just fling ourselves across the map. Super fun trick to do. And then we'll take this little door right here and go to the Talos Bridge. And this is the last area of the game. So as soon as I hit this like console, there's like a console on a desk. As soon as I hit enter on that, that's time. So I gotta shoot this dude and then hit the button,
made the right choice.
And that's time. So GG. And yeah, so thanks for having me on, and thank you to the Prey speedrunning community. Very, very cool people there. And also, I wanted to like sort of acknowledge people that made this game, because as a lot of people know, Arcane Austin, the studio that made Prey, got shut down because Microsoft is impatient, and they made like one bad game, and they weren't ready to, you know, let them thrive. So really powerful and talented studio that made this game, but they got unlucky once, and it was over for their career. So it's kind of sad, but yeah, really amazing game. It's probably top 3 games I've ever played casually, and it's maybe top 2 speedrun games I've ever played. So, you know, you can